Hi guys, it's Izzy and today's video is going to be a little different. It's just going to be me chatting to the camera. Actually, that's what I do in a lot of my videos just anyway. But today's video is going to be not prompted, not scripted. I'm just going to speak from the heart, man. And yeah, basically it's going to be a part of my mental health series because I don't know if you guys remember because it was quite a while ago, but I started up a mental health series where I was just going to talk about stuff regularly. And I haven't actually been talking about it as much as I'd like to, so I really want to get back into the topic of speaking about mental health. And today's video is the theme, school and stress. So if you've been following my little life journey on my channel and on my blog for a while, you will know that I recently came out of education and I hated it so much. So I just wanted to make this video talking about school and stress because I know a lot of people out there are getting stressed by school and exams because there is just so much pressure nowadays just to perform as well as you can, and not even as well as you can, just to perform to amazing standards. And yeah, it really does take it out of like all the students. So something that I've realised about schools nowadays is that they only care about one of two things. So they only care about either how the students are getting on and how they feel at school, or they just care about what grades they are getting. So I went to a school that was the latter one, so like literally they just wanted all their pupils to get like A's and A stars, and if not they thought it was like a huge disappointment. Like I remember when I first started my A-levels, I did this test at the start of the year because they used to like to just throw in tests just to see how we were getting along, even though they didn't count for anything. They would just do tests like every couple of weeks, be like, yep, if you don't do well on that exam, you're going to have to retake it for like literally no reason, not that it counts towards your A-level or anything. So one of these tests that I did about 3 weeks into the new school year, and we'd just been learning all the topics for about 3 weeks, I got a C in it. And then my teacher was like, oh, you know, that's alright, don't get too disheartened about that now. Maybe by the end of the year you can get a good grade. And I was thinking, right, okay, I've got a C and we just started learning the topic, like this is like 3 weeks into the year, and I'm thinking a C at that point isn't half bad. Like, I mean, I'm gonna improve like throughout the year, but it just like really discouraged me. And like every time you got like a C or sometimes even a B depending on the students, the school would be like, oh, what happened there, you know, what did you do wrong? And I'm thinking, right, okay, this is a pass. Am I missing something? I know it's not like the most amazing grade in the world, but it's not like anything above an E at A level is a pass. Like, again, I'm just talking about my personal experiences at sixth form, but I know that a lot of people will be able to relate to this because it's the sort of idea of most sixth forms nowadays, or just some that are like high achieving, that they just want to get the best grades they can out of the pupils. They just have become exam factories. Like, if you don't meet the standards of that school, then they're like, okay, bye. Like, if you don't get the grades that they want you to get, like not even if you pass, like again, as I said, anything above an E is a pass. So yeah, the students should be able to decide what they are proud of personally, and the students should be able to get whatever they want to work for. And to say, no, you're not as good as we want you to be, goodbye, like as in people have been physically kicked out of sixth forms just because they're not getting the grades. And I'll just think, what right do they have to do that? Like, I went to just a normal sixth form. It wasn't like a grammar school or a private school or anything. And for them to just go, actually, we don't want that student here who's in this local community. Yeah, it's a local community school, and we just don't want you here because you're not getting the grades that we want you to get. Like, what right do they think they have to do that? Like, I really just don't understand it. Like, surely if the student's been working hard all year and they're a good person and they're a good student, but they just haven't got the grades like this particular time around, surely the sixth form should work with them, or the school should work with them to encourage them and actually help them, instead of going, you know what, no, bye. So it's actually crazy the amount of like stress and anxiety and depression its schools are causing to all their students. So I remember about 2 months into year 12, one of my friends ran out of a lesson crying because she was like so stressed. So I went to follow her into the bathroom, and there was already a girl in the toilets having a panic attack. And I was thinking, like, this is the environment that we have to learn in, with like everyone just stressing out and crying literally the entire time. And oh yeah, that was first period, by the way, that happened. So it wasn't like, you know, 2:30 during the day and it had all been building up and everything. It was literally first thing in the morning, and people are like I'm done. So nowadays people are literally like brainwashed to think, right, if they don't get these certain grades they can't get into the uni they want, and if they don't get into that uni it's completely the end of the world, and yeah, their life is over. So basically if you don't work for extreme hours every single night doing revision and homework and all that, you're gonna fail at life. And let me tell you, I personally didn't get like all the grades I needed. You know, I passed them all. I did pretty well in a couple of subjects, and because I did extra subjects because I thought that was a good idea, it really wasn't. I didn't like do so well in 2 of my subjects, which means that, you know, it wasn't what I was predicted to get, but I've still managed to get a job. I probably will still manage to get jobs in the future. I could still go to uni with the grades that I've got. And to be honest, it's not the end of the world. Like, I genuinely thought that if I didn't come out with all A's and B's, that I'd fail at life and I'd never be able to do anything. But you know what? I'm moving on. Life goes on, and there is a life after exams. And I hate saying this because I sound really big-headed when I say this, but like literally I was the biggest nerd ever. So I always did well at school up until like the years of exams. Well, GCSEs, I got pretty decent GCSEs overall. And then it came to A-levels, and oh man, I was not doing well whatsoever for A-levels. And generally, like, I know that I would have done better if I wasn't so stressed and if I wasn't put under so much pressure. I would have come out with far better grades. And yeah, when it came to the exams, I was literally so stressed out that I just couldn't think. I literally had so many mind blanks in exams. Like when I did my mock exams and then I had parents' evening a few weeks after, like all my teachers were like, Izzy, what happened? And I was like, I just literally couldn't think in the exam. Like, so the reason I'm actually making this video is because I just want to say, if you're stressed about exams and if you're stressed about school, like honestly, you need to put your mental health first, and then you'll just look after yourself that way, and then the exams will pay off better than if you stay up every evening revising and then getting up like I used to do. Oh, I'm such a nerd, but like literally, and my exams don't even show it, but like literally I was such a nerd and I would do hours and hours and hours of revision every night. I'd had no social life for the 2 years that I was doing A-levels, and yeah, I literally pretty much all I did was revise when I was at home, and yeah, it didn't pay off. So I am living proof that if you look after your mental health better than your actual schoolwork and stuff, that it will pay off better. But just do your homework, make sure you understand everything as you go along, and don't worry about doing work all the time. It's honestly better to just understand things as you go along, and then to go back and revise when you have time instead of trying to do it all at once. So that was my little quick video with a quick little message, just to try as hard as you can and not anymore, just do you guys. And yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed watching. My mental health series will be carrying on now, so if you guys want me to talk about anything in specific, then just let me know and I will do my best to get around to do that and to research it as much as possible before I actually talk about it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys soon because I post every single Wednesday and Sunday. See you guys soon. Bye! There is a Lego Ed Sheeran. I'm gonna pick up the pieces and build a Lego house.